Good afternoon, Hexham. Can you hear me? Yes. How is everybody doing on this beautiful July afternoon? Wonderful. I'm delighted to hear it. My name is John, and it is my job to whip you all up into a frenzy of excitement before the gig today. So, are you all ready for the first Bandstand session of July 2022? That was actually considerably better than I thought. That's great. Thank you very much. I was just expecting to have to stand here and there was nothing happening. I should have said the third one, really. That would have been better. Right, like the third one in total. Anyway, we've got two sets. First one from Mr. Ian K. Brown, starting imminently as soon as I stop talking and leave the stage, which will be soon, I promise. And then another one at 1 p.m, pardon me, from Mr. Calum Tordoff, just getting ready behind me over there. Without further ado, I would like to present Mr. Ian K. Brown. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is a song I very often start with. It's about a chance meeting with a cocaine addict in a park. So I'm just looking very well. But the park was in Amsterdam. A lot of you, if you've been there, will know the park. It's the one behind the Rijksmuseum. And it was at about 1 o'clock in the morning, which sounds dodgy, middle of winter, sub-zero. But this park has all kinds of things you can play on. There's a kind of whirligig where you turn it and there's water. And when you turn it, the light shines at the swirling water. It looks great. But there's also a thing where there are 9 metal squares on the ground, 3 rows of 3. And each time you put your feet on them, it plays a different note. So you can dance around on these playing tunes. I've never seen them anywhere else apart from the Netherlands, and I just call them music squares. The song is called Mad Crazy Paw. Crazy Paw, maybe you're not mad or crazy after all. How can it be? We both agree it's a fine line between success and insanity. But Mad Crazy Paw, Mad Crazy Paw, winter in Amsterdam. It's cold and it's late. We're walking in a park, feeling fine, 'cause we've just ate. We're jumping on the music squares, playing tunes and dancing airs. Then Mad Crazy Paw comes along to show us that he can barely dance at all. It's wild and mad, crazy but not bad. He takes his turn and tells of the life that he has had. Mad Crazy Paw, Mad Crazy Paw, he had a good education, a good job, and well paid. He travelled all over Europe, seeming like he got it made. He talked about a woman and the family he never had, and how the crazy man in his head just blew it all. He said, you deserve a good life, beautiful children and a beautiful wife, a blade twists in a deep nerve. Who really gets what they deserve? Is it the toss of a dice? Did Paul think once when he should have thought twice? There, but for the grace of we who turn away, goes Mad Crazy Paw, Mad Crazy Paw. We're ready for our hotel room. Is Paul ready for the night? me. It's a fine line between your success and my insanity. My crazy Paul, my crazy Paul, my crazy Paul, my crazy Paul. Thank you. My gal went uptown, how she's looking well. She fell right down, mouth open like a country well. She's got something there, she's got something there. Now I keep on telling you, I know she's got something there. She's still just a little, and I'd say around. And she can look good, as long as you can look down. She's got something there, she's got something there. Now I keep on telling you, I know she's got something there. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, mama. You don't you gotta run me wild. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, baby. Mean just what I say. Talk about loving, that sure is a hit. You know you done made me love it and just won't quit. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, mama. You don't you gotta run me wild. Just gonna run me wild. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, mama. You don't you gotta run me wild. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, baby. Mean just what I say. Got great big legs and little bitty feet. There is something about you that's sweet, sweet, sweet. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, mama. You don't you gotta run me wild. Just gonna run me wild. You think you're the best looking gal in town. Well, you let that love go round and round and round and round. Gotta stop doing what you're doing to me, mama. You don't you gotta run me wild. Just gonna run me just like you done me. Just gonna run me wild. Now I'm telling you boys, 'cause you are my pals. It's a mighty bad sign to advertise you're a gal. She's got something there, you know she's got it. Now I keep telling you, I know she's got something there. Thank you. This next song I wrote a series of songs about the building of a reservoir in Cumbria, a little village called Castle Carrick, and it was built at the turn of the last century to provide water to Carlisle. They didn't need it themselves, and this tiny little village with 2 pubs at the time had 500 navigators descend on it to start working. And whilst they did not want the navigators there, they certainly wanted their money. So what they did, a lot of people took out licenses so they could sell alcohol. And at the time of the reservoir being built in Castle Carrick, which is just south of Brampton, by the way, there were allegedly 12 places to drink. Now, anyone who's done any research about navigators, they had a really rough time. They travelled all over the place. They worked in all kinds of conditions. They were blown up, drowned, buried, everything. So when they went out for a drink, they generally went out for a good drink, as though it might be the last day they'd be on Earth, because the chances are were much higher for them to get killed the next day. This is a brutal drinking song. Again, it's put your hands over your children's ears. There's one or two things in this brutal song. One word you need to know, there's a word I make reference to, jacks. It's an Irish slang word for toilets. It comes from the porcelain makers Jakes, and the Irish have taken to it, and jacks is toilets. It's called The Dirty Dozen. With any luck, you will pick up the chorus. I'll be looking round to see if you sing one or two choruses with us by the time we get to the end. Let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. I've worked for 3 weeks solid, and it's driving me insane. A thirst is burning in my throat, I need to douse the flame. So at 5 o'clock this evening, me and all the boys, we're going to drink our brains out and make a lot of noise. So let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. Let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. The first bar is a proper pub on the village green. It wouldn't do to be banned from there, you know just what I mean. But the others round the village are only there for us. They're dark and dirty sheds and barns, places we can cuss. So let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. Let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. The men lock up their daughters, the wives lock up their men, 'cause we fuck them or we fight them, then get on the drink again. There's 12 bars all in all, we like to reach the end, but if we don't do the dozen, then next week we'll try again. So let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. Let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. By the time we've reached the 8th bar, we can barely see. We've already fought the English in bar number 3. The jacks is mainly in the fields, we use them now and then, and the sheep look more attractive than a hut of stinking men. So let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. Let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. The locals think we're mad to drink poison like we do, but our lot is really not nice as it is for you. So we'll drink beer by the gallon, and we'll always drink it fast, 'cause we could die tomorrow, so it might just be our last. So let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. Let's do the dirty dozen, drink till we're on our knees, then crawl on to the next bar, line the beers up if you please. So we'll drink beer by the gallon, and we'll always drink it fast, 'cause we could die tomorrow, so it might just be our last.
Welcome back, everybody. Lovely to see you all still here. Thanks very much. It's greatly appreciated. I'm not going to take up a great deal of your time as before. We're going to have the second set today from Mr. Calum Tordoff. Thank you very much again to Ian and Louise for a beautiful set. And that's all I have to say. I'll be back at the end with a little bit more, but I will just hand you over to Mr. Calum Tordoff. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is a song about a party that went sadly wrong. A celebratory party by two musicians who retired as lecturers from gigs at Poly. I was invited to their party, and it was extreme bliss at the party, and then tempered by real horror at the end of it. So this one's called Caroline's Taxi. Caroline's taxi never got home, was late one night at the Hippodrome. What happened next if we'd only know? It's in his hands, celebrating a time in life, with no more chasing, no more grind. Out here in the big bright lights we savor. Everyone came what you wanted to see, banging the tunes out blissfully. No way that night could we foresee what happened. 2 months seemed like eternity. The door slid open, there was she, lying on the ground, no dignity to hide in, to hide in, to hide in. The voice of Anna resonating, no way will we contemplate, hoping with a disaster in our hands. Back to the hours before, in the revelry, the guests did roar. One Rioja, one Merlot, one relay. Was it 101, maybe 999? All of a sudden there's no time. Real life or just a pantomime, we wonder. The next day we're too scared to phone, our fingers bitter to the bone. But she's okay, she's got a man beside her. There's no blood stains on the side of her face, the heartache's gone without a trace. She's coming back to the land of grace. We welcome, we welcome, we welcome. Caroline's taxi never got home, we bit our fingers to the bone. But she's okay, we know she's a fighter. She's okay, she's got a man beside her. She's okay, we know she's a fighter. She's okay, she's got a man beside her. Float on, float on, float on. Take my hand, baby. Ooh, float on, float on. Cheers. The C of E sold the land that the Metro Centre was built on a good few years ago. Unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember. We'll not delve into crass hypocrisy too much, but here's a nice little tune for you. This one's called Supermarket. Streets are empty, cupboards low, seems there's nowhere else to go. Supermarket, supermarket. popping out to say hello. For my convenience, I must go to the market, supermarket. Going on the ball and chain is our time of day. Seven sawdust onward floors, we tell them that we're here to stay. Easter bunnies on the escalator, it's a cold February day. Yet with new lost leaders, they'll come back in droves. Streets are empty, still the westway flows. Our coated minds upstairs they chose. They're a market, supermarket. Poison soil dig and cultivate, a year to reap for a special rate. From a market, supermarket. Going on the ball and chain is our time of day. Smelling sawdust onward floors, we tell them that we're here to stay. Easter bunnies on the escalator, it's a cold February day. Yet with new lost leaders, they'll come back in droves. Still with new lost leaders, they'll come back in droves. Our town's the place to go. You're big, you're beautiful, and yes, you'll overthrow with your market, supermarket. But your tailor cobbler, you must go for polypropylene ashes with cardboard full. Supermarket, supermarket. Going on the ball and chain is our time of day. Spit on sawdust onward floors, we tell them that we're here to stay. Easter bunnies on the escalator, it's a cold February day. Yet with new lost leaders, they'll come back in droves. Still with new lost leaders, they'll come back in droves. This little pig went jiggity jig, go home. Cheers. I am Calum Tordoff. Like Ian, I've got CDs which are squashing my back in the mattress too, and they're also a fiver. Here, Love Renegade. This is on Here Come the Belgians, my second solo CD. I recorded with Dave Stanier out the Long Sands. It's quite electric, whereas my first one, Sister Ships, is more acoustic. So anyway, this is a song called Love Renegade. A heart that's broken might not be true. Forsaken, bitter, battered blue. A heart that's empty might just be white. Midst all the hatred, scorn and the chide. Just when we thought that all the crazy days were through, we get a rabbit in the stew. Now there's no danger, you're fighting on your own. Let any stranger right into your home. You're a love renegade out there on this grenade, fighting you in the queue. Don't want to serenade, sip cloudy lemonade, you're gonna get all you do. You're someone new. A heart that's empty might just be full. So where's the sucker? Here comes the fool. You say you're here and ready to go. You've got the drug and it's placebo. Just when we thought that all the hazy days were blue, he's knowing that and knowing you. Now there's no danger, you're fighting on your own. Let any stranger right into your home. You're a love renegade out there on this grenade, fighting you in the queue. Don't want to serenade, sip cloudy lemonade, you're gonna get all you do. You're someone new. Now there are questions more than answers. Seems you've bitten, swallowed, chewed. There are lovers and romancers who have it all to give to you. You're a love renegade out there on this grenade, fighting your way to get through. Don't want to serenade, sip cloudy lemonade, you're gonna get all you do. You're someone new. You're someone new. You're someone